What's up? Welcome back to the channel. For anyone new here, I'm Aaron, and today we're tackling a huge issue with my 2008 Dodge Ram. Hopefully you can see you got the rough country suspension here. They're 2.5-inch leveling struts that are inside this box. Today we're going to be taking out the old struts and putting these ones back in. Then also we got some sway bar end links because the truck right now, especially on highway speeds, is not desirable to drive at. The steering wheel kind of sways back and forth, you know. I've already replaced sway bar bushings. Now I think it's time for the end links. Next would be tie rods, but tie rods are a lot more expensive than sway bar end links, so we're gonna start with sway bar end links and then we're gonna go from there. In the garage today we got the Ram, and she's looking pretty. Put the wheels back on it a couple weeks ago, but other than that, haven't really done much to it because it's been too cold. But now it's finally warm again and we are ready to get things rolling and get this season going. We've already made 2 videos. Yeah, we don't have flares on. Obviously, you know, they aren't ready to be put on yet, but that's gonna be coming soon. If not, it's already been out. So here we got the goods. Just diving into this box here, we've got the struts themselves, which are the rough country 2.5-inch leveling struts. Nothing too crazy about them. They're supposed to ride like factory. Just give you that 2.5-inch height. Right now on the truck we got a 2-inch leveling kit. These is going to be able to minimize it and hopefully give a better ride quality. As we start tearing down the truck today, you'll soon realize that these struts that are in or on the truck right now are completely blown out. And this is a long overdue process. So this is just the driver's side. The passenger side looks a little bit better because I think maybe the passenger side was replaced at one point. The end links here are pretty and this strut right here, you can, I don't know, you'll see. Up in there, it's pretty greased and blown. So yeah, I think this will make it easier. These are the tie rods that are looking pretty sketchy. Probably should do them, but not today because I've got enough on my plate. I've bitten off more than I can chew, I think. So start by jacking up this right side. Something we also got to look at is the CV axle seal going into the transfer case there. We did that last summer and it was doing good, and then I replaced the passenger side, and then all of a sudden the driver's side, right in the diff there, the transfer case, whatever the heck you want to call it, started leaking. So I got to kind of look into that and see. I had to have a new seal for it, so I can replace that if needed. But that being said, I think we should start jacking up and get this show on the road because I got 3 days off, so I got 3 days to do this whole project. Hopefully it doesn't take more than that, but you know, there's always issues along the way. But check this out. Went out and got me a good old Milwaukee cordless impact. It's a 1/2-inch. It's like, I don't know, high torque, yada yada yada, whatever the heck. I don't really know much. It looked big enough, so I said that's good enough. Let's start by taking off the wheel, jacking up the truck. We gotta get some junk out of the way here, and then let's get started. As you can see in here, we got the wheel off. This is where we're gonna have to take off. As you see, it's pretty blown out. We're gonna have to take a lot of this off. You can see these bushings are pretty clapped too, so that'll be good to replace those. So yeah, we're gonna end up taking all this apart, taking the whole shred out, and yeah, that's how it's gonna go, and hopefully everything goes to plan. Here's an update for you. ripped her a lot apart. We've got tie rods off. We've got this bolt just about out, but it's binding a bit, so it does not want to come completely out. The way we're gonna go at this is we're gonna try and take these top bolts off to maybe try and get this shock to drop down a little bit so that we don't have to fight with that bolt too much more. Hopefully that'll come out smoothly enough, and then we should be able to have enough room to pull this whole shock out of its placeholder and get her dialed. Well, some time has passed. Lots of time has passed. Trial and error. Lots of swearing at bolts, stuff like that. We had a hell of a time trying to get the end link tie rod and sway bar end link off. That ended up coming off though. We got the new one in. The only thing is we don't have it hooked up to the sway bar because basically you have to unbolt both sides. Unbolt both sides so that the sway bar will swivel so you're able to get the top out and take out those end links. Once that's those in, we got these new tire or end links. They actually come with grease nipples, so these will be nice to be able to maintain and make sure that they're not going to be all clapped out like those other ones. And the big piece, we've got our nice rough country 2.5 inch leveling struts in here. They're looking extra nice. They're probably not going to stay looking that nice for too long because look at the rest of the truck and living in Saskatchewan, that's just what you get. Now we're going to be tightening these bolts up here. They call for 45 foot-pounds. Can't really fit a torque wrench in here though, so we're just going to tighten them as tight as we can. Down here is 150 foot-pounds, so that'll be fine. And then yeah, we're gonna we ended up also doing another seal on the differential there, front diff. That seal is now fixed, hopefully. So had to take out this whole CV axle. Now this bolt isn't completely in there yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tighten these, and then we're gonna move on to putting the rest of this whole assembly together. Then we'll go on to torquing this because we're gonna have to put some pressure on it to make it seem like a little bit of load is on the vehicle. And then we'll be able to go do and repeat all of this on the next side. This has been taking a good amount of time, but we also did have to take the CV axle out. And now that we know what to do with the sway bar end links, we'll be able to, take that knowledge and put it into taking the other ones off. Other than that, it's going all right. We'll update you in a bit. So we are dialed. Again, haven't connected the sway bar end link because we have to do the other side at the same time. So we're gonna wait to do that. But we've got the new strut in. Everything is done, torqued down. Let's throw the wheel back on and yeah. And just like that, second side is in. Only thing is this sway bar end link on both sides aren't fully tightened yet on the top. On the bottom they're greased. But on the top, what we're gonna do is put the wheel back on and then let all the weight down because there's wheels all on that side. So I figured I want equal weight on each side before I, squeeze those in. The strut went in fairly well. Getting this old sway bar end link out was a hell of a time. My grandpa and I had to end up cutting the entire stud part of it off with the bolt. That took a lot of time. I could have had this done in probably an hour, but still got this side done in under an hour. The other side took about 4. Yeah, we're looking very nice, looking very swell. I'm very happy with how things are looking. Now it's just a matter of putting the wheels on, getting sway bar all tightened up, and then seeing how it rides. Hopefully it makes a difference, and hopefully that is what will solve the issues that I was hoping to solve. But we won't know until we get everything put back together here. So let's get that done. Well, there you have it. The ram is lifted another ½ inch. Get under here. see, oh, it's kind of dark. You can see new strut, new tie rod end link. Same on the other side. Look in there. Fresh parts on some rusty old truck, eh? Overall, the process was pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, I've taken the front end of this truck apart multiple times for doing both CV axles. So I kind of had an idea of what I was going to be doing. So that part helped. Watching a few YouTube videos, they were very difficult, and I did it my own way. And that was just, you know, taking apart the proper stuff to just make it easier, not having to take apart everything else. Besides, on this side, having to take apart the CV axle just to be able to replace that seal. But other than that, once we got the whole first side done, it was pretty self-explanatory to do on the other side. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Is it's done, and it's done right. And right, I don't know. But anyways, I'm super excited to have this project done. This was a big thing that was going to have to be knocked off. But I'm glad that it's done. The only thing I haven't done yet is test drive it, and that's going to be the big deciding factor to see if what I did was worth doing. Looking at these struts, you know, you got some leakage and stuff, and they're old. They're, in my opinion, clapped out. Some may think otherwise. These are the two inch leveling blocks that I'd put in, but I did not personally do it. Got it done at a shop just because none of this front end has been taken apart before, so I was really worried, and I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have, honestly, power tools. Power tools have made such a big difference, and I'm super excited to be able to have an impact wrench now, because that just means there's so much more opportunity for me to be able to do stuff on my own. Doing the axles, I had to borrow my girlfriend's dad's power tools, and just being able to have that for a glimpse of time was like, okay, I need to have my own. So yeah, now that we've got our own, there's honestly, the opportunities are endless here. We can do whatever we want, whenever we want. Well, maybe not quite. A hoist would be nice. There'd be so many different things, so many different tools that'd be nice to have. Just working with what we got, and it's crazy to see what we can accomplish with just YouTube and a drive to want to do something. But yeah, I don't know if I'll throw in a clip of it driving or how it feels. I'm super happy how it sits, because it's just a little bit taller in the front now, so it has more levelness than it did before. Levelness, that's not a word. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a super fun video to make. This was a super fun project to take on, because it was something big, and I'm glad everything worked out the way it did. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure to smash the like button, because it really helps me out, and it helps other people see what we're doing. It's been fun. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.